The assault class used to be the beating heart of Battlefield. Now, it's a warm body with a gun and a soon-to-be spawn here class. Today, we're talking about why the assault class in Battlefield 6 is essentially useless, how we got here, and how EA could actually fix it before this class's identity flatlines. Battlefield has always thrived on clear class roles. You knew instantly why you picked each one. No class has lost more than Assault, especially in Battlefield 6 here. In Battlefield 3 and 4, Assault was the backbone, frontline firepower, and life-saving utility. It kept people in the fight, had medkits, had defibs. That's what it did, it was the medic. Then Battlefield 1 came around eventually, and it became what the engineer was before. It had anti-armor capabilities and repair capabilities for any kind of vehicle. Blow things up, essentially. Then Battlefield 5 came around, and it just added on to the Assault's anti-armor capabilities with, the perks and additional specializations, stuff like that. But it kept its same identity in that game specifically. Now in Battlefield 6, you're just a guy with a gun. No personality, no specialty, no reason to choose them over anything else. Support sustains, recon scouts, and engineers dominate vehicles. Assault just exists. That's it. It reminds me of Stanley Kubrick's Spartacus from the 1960s. If you're playing Assault, you're essentially reenacting the scene where Kirk Douglas stood up and was about to reveal himself as Spartacus. But everyone else starts saying, "I'm Spartacus. No, I am Spartacus. No, I am Spartacus."
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus!
Do you see how generic that sounds and how generic the class feels? It lacks its identity right now. Assault just doesn't feel like a class, it's just tacked on. Battlefield 6 already has the system in place where you can pick any weapon on any class. So what's the point of picking Assault if I can just play support that heals and also supplies ammo and just pick an assault rifle? See, Assault has assault rifles, right? But you might as well use them on the other classes, because Assault brings nothing to the squad. Don't even get me started on the Assault's gadget, the main gadget, the grenade launcher. Something that should feel impactful, but in practice is situational and underwhelming. In a game with tanks, jets, helicopters, other lightly and medium armored vehicles, it does nothing. A little 40mm grenade for a tiny bit of damage, and then you just end up getting blown up anyway. What's the point? And when you're shooting at players with it, it tickles them. Just a quick little break from the video, guys. Look at these player numbers. I knew that on the weekend it was going to be almost double. I knew it. I had a very, very strong feeling on it, and look at it. And I'm glad. We need people to see the game. We need people to critique the game, not glaze it. EA has also recently said that they'll be putting the spawn beacon onto Assault and taking it away from Recon. On paper, it sounds like a boost to Assault's utility, right? Wrong. If an assault were to put that spawn beacon on the front line, and all of a sudden that front line is being overwhelmed by enemies, what's the point of spawning on it just to die? On recon, at least it makes more sense to have it in a more backline position so that you can follow up and have a good line of sight of the front line you're trying to defend or take over. See where that logic makes sense? You want to spawn farther back. You don't want to spawn right in the action and just be useless and die over and over. That's an L change for sure. And why would you even want to play Assault when support exists? Especially if you're going to play the unlocked weapons, game modes. I prefer closed weapons. I've made that clear. But if you were to play the other modes, why would you not just pick support, slap an assault rifle on there, and then have to heal, revive, supply ammo? That's a lot. That's a lot for one class to handle. They could have easily just made Assault the medic again and split their responsibilities. But here we are. What the fuck? As a veteran and long-term player of the Battlefield games, I have historically played as the Engineer, or the anti-armor class. So, in the games past, where Assault was the anti-armor class, I'd play Assault. I like destroying vehicles. I like destroying aircraft. It's satisfying. It really is. And it usually leads to easy multi-kills, let's be honest. So let's bring Assault back to its medic status. Its medic identity that has been in past games. Put them back on the front line, healing and reviving their squad and their team. That's when Assault felt its best. Is when it had that role as the medic. And doing this is going to take the responsibilities off of support class, which does everything right now. And that's got to be really stressful for my support mains. Come on. Right now, the Assault just feels selfish. It feels like the class that people from Call of Duty are going to come into this game and play. And I have nothing against that, but it just kind of feels selfish and doesn't bring anything to the squad. With your, dinky little grenade launcher that does nothing, to the stigma of being a Call of Duty player coming to Battlefield, not playing the objective, worrying about your kills and your death ratio, going and checking the scoreboard at the end of the game, seeing that, oh, I had 50 kills. But you still lost the game, and that's what it's all about. It's about the cohesion of the squad and the team having a varied amount of different classes. That's what Battlefield has been about for years and years and years. And your adrenaline shot, which makes it so that your health regen starts immediately, doesn't give you a health boost, and again, just feels underwhelming. I'm just waiting for the username John Duty to enter my lobby and do fucking nothing. You see what I'm getting at? Over time, the Assault class is gonna garner that stigma. It's gonna garner the Call of Duty fan, which to be fair, I enjoy Call of Duty from time to time. The past few ones have been kind of shitty. Okay, really shitty, let's be honest. We need this game, and you need to rethink how you play this game, coming from Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty is, in itself, a selfish game. Most of the time. Yeah, it's got objective modes, but it's not on the scale of Battlefield. And it never has been. Here's a quick clip of me using the thermobaric grenade launcher from the Assault class. It stuns and slows down the enemies that it hits. Sounds good, right? Put it in a choke point, slow down and advance. But the maps are big, remember? So if you throw it in a choke point with, let's say, 5 people, you hit all 5, you slow them down. Big map, big teams. People are just going to go around. There's going to be 5 more people coming around the other way, ready to flank you. Or, as you just saw, the guy was up on the cliff. Luckily, I was able to shotgun him. But he came up there. Choke points are useless then. Yeah, that guy was using the verticality of the map to try and get one over on me and my team. But I was able to get him. So the launchers, they make no sense. Either be the thermobaric or the regular grenade launcher, which again tickles the freaking enemies. And to close this video out, Battlefield has always been at its best when every class feels unique, necessary, and powerful in its own way. Right now, Assault is missing all 3 of those qualities. Fix that, and you fix one of Battlefield 6's biggest problems before it even launches. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet. And I've been playing the games for over a decade. And this is just my opinion. So if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me your thoughts on the Assault class. What changes would you like to see? Would you like it to become the medic class again? Or would you like it to become the engineer again? I'm leaning towards the medic, because it'll take some of the responsibilities off of support. Plus, what would you do with the engineer class that is in the game right now in Battlefield 6 if you somehow just swapped it with the Assault? That wouldn't make any sense. Because right now, Assault has an identity crisis. It has nothing going for it, and there is no reason to pick it when you can pick another class and just use its assault rifles. Hope everyone has a great day. Hope you enjoyed my video. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.